I think it's a look. If it's a look, fine. You can. But if someone's bogging at your missus,
Bogging.
and just like, my size right there.
Yeah, but then
they're talking amongst the boys. And you don't tell them.
But then, bro, when you turn around and you look at them, are they still looking?
Yeah.
Are they still looking?
Yeah. That's the whole point I was saying, bro.
No.
Yes, guys, what you say, my people? Welcome back to the show. It's your boy Answer.
It's Sakib.
And your boy Hobbs.
And you're tuning in to the After 5 Club.
That's right.
Back
After
again.
5 Club.
Back again with another video, man. Sakib, what's on the agenda today, bro?
Bro, today is
last week from the last week was a bit fiery, wasn't it?
It was proper
Hobbs.
fiery. It's proper fiery.
I remember.
Last one was very good. Do you know what? And yeah, he screwed you over, man.
Yeah, bro.
No, but do you know what? I just want to clarify as well. Now, anything we do say is never personal towards anyone. It's generalizing. So whenever you say something and say if I'm retaliating back and saying something, it's not direct. It's just to give another viewpoint.
That's a disclaimer he just said. He just started now, right? Like
disclaimer starts now for this episode. You know,
cook Hobbs today, bro.
It could get more heated. You don't know.
No. Honestly, man, it was probably one of our best debates.
I think so.
One of the biggest.
We never
disagreements
actually,
we've had,
we never actually disagree like that. We never actually disagree.
We generally do disagree, but I mean, on podcasts since we started, this is probably like the biggest one.
Yeah.
Don't you reckon?
No, we disagree a lot off camera, but on camera we're pretty much always on the same boat.
Yeah.
It's like right now, it's like, One Direction when they're about to depart.
Yeah.
This is the beginning. I'm checking.
Bro, why are you talking so negatively, bro? No one's upset like that, bro.
No one's upset, bro.
No, bro.
I'm not upset.
Oh, you trying to leave? Huh? You trying to leave, yeah? Like Zayn Malik thing.
Why do you say direction, bro? Come on, bro.
Right, skip. Let's go.
Cool. Right. So today is a spin-off from last week's episode, right? It's kind of interlinked, but moving on to a different aspect of, finding a potential partner. Yeah. So the first question to start off with is, what do men look for in a marriage?
Oh, this is specifically for men, yeah?
Well, no. It's gonna go both ways, but we start off with men.
Start with men.
Yeah.
All right, fair enough.
So Hobbs, you start it off, bro. You start it off. What do men look for in a marriage? In
a marriage or in a partner?
Well, when looking to get married.
When looking to get married.
We're keeping alarm, bro.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah, we don't do no partners. I mean, marriage is a partnership, but still, yeah.
Like, are you looking for what you're expecting in a marriage, or what you're expecting in terms of
what are men looking for in general when they're looking at women during rishta process?
When they on the process of that, I think men look for compatibility. A lot of these things are common sense, like just general. Like you're looking for someone who's polite, who's.
But what's high on your list?
In this day and age, it's so hard to find someone normal. There's always something, I'll be honest. It's so and I know it sounds so vague just saying normal, but that's so rare nowadays in the sense.
The tricky thing is, what's normal for one may not be normal for the other. Do you know what I mean? So it is tricky, man. But I think, bro, what I'm finding is, and it goes both ways. I think people are really, really sort of picky, man. I think like, for example, and obviously, yes, you intend to get married once, right? It doesn't always work out like that, right? But yeah, most people do intend to get married once, and they want that one person to be the right one. So yeah, I think because of that, people have looked at other people's relationships and how others have messed up their relationships, and they think, no, I have to be really, really specific, and I want this person to tick all the checkboxes, and in finding that process, I think it's just becoming harder and harder. I mean, yes, the world is your oyster. There's plenty of people out there, but I think by adding too many checkboxes, you're pretty much eliminating, without realizing, quite a lot of your potential options. Yeah,
you're narrowing your options, isn't it?
What about you, Ansar? What do you think?
I mean, for me, one of the first things that come to my mind is someone that brings you peace, right? Because in anyone, whether you're a man or a woman, one thing you do look for is peace within a partner. Your life can be very, very hectic as it is, with all the pressures of like work and other pressures, other external factors and stuff. One thing you do want is peace within your woman. Understand? So like, if she doesn't bring you peace, it's hard for you to like, actually withhold that relationship into like the next 10 years, 15 years, 20 years. Because all you're thinking about is, when I'm thinking about, when we're together, all you get is just drama and headaches and this, that, blah, blah. You know, in a relationship, it comes with drama and headaches and stuff. But like, if you come home from work or if you're going through a bad spell, you're feeling down or whatever, is she there to pick you up? Does she make you feel like, she brings peace in my life? So that's one thing very high on my list. I would say that guy should look for.
I think that's one of the hardest ones, isn't it?
But again, that's something you can't find it. Yeah, you can't find that. You can't find that.
Well, most people just stay single when they're looking for peace, man. Do you know what? Bro. Sorry, man. It's a harsh one, but bro, it's true.
What kind of? I'm not even gonna go there.
Sorry, bro.
I'm not gonna go there. I'm gonna go there.
No. Like, do you know how many people have like? No, I've come across, right, and they say, listen, man, I don't want to get married. I don't even want to think about it. It's just stress. It's stress. It's not peaceful. So it's complete opposite. But then
the right woman will bring you peace.
Yeah.
Let's hope, man. Let's hope.
You're gonna shut him up, innit? What about you, Zakib?
Yeah.
Bro, I think, bro. I mean, of course, you know, in an idealistic sort of way, peace, compatibility, as you mentioned, those are the main two key points, and of course attraction, but it doesn't always work like that, man.
So we've got peace, compatibility, and attraction.
Top on the list.
No, it's not but that's also important.
No, of course it's important,
very important, man. Look, if attraction ain't there but peace is there, bro, you can also, I'm sure I've said this before, but I'm probably sounding a little bit homo, right? But
let's hear it again.
But you know, if you want peace, you can find that with lots of people. They don't have to be your missus. Like, do you know what I mean? And compatibility, you're compatible with your mates. Like, do you know what I mean? So of course, in that sense, you need, if you're looking to get married, you also need attraction, right? Because you know, compatibility alone. That's not good enough, in my opinion. I think attraction is definitely key, man. But you know, what's attractive for one may not be attractive for others, and do you know what I mean? Like, as in, it's. But then, bro, this is the thing, innit? There's someone out there who meets everyone's, who will meet each person's needs. Like, do you know what I mean? Bro, I don't want to waffle, yeah. So yeah, bro. It's too tricky, bro. It's too tricky.
The reason why we're talking about is because we want to provide some sort of value to our viewers, isn't it? So if there's women out there who are looking to get married, obviously we're sort of outlining what men look for.
From a guy.
You know what? I'm gonna be honest, right? If I have to say important, like, apart from attraction, right? I think it has to be flexibility.
But you gotta be flexible.
The gymnastics.
mentally, you know, a little bit, like, as in, you know, being open to, like, for example, you know, like, as in, because look, bro, marriage is, whether people like it or not, marriage is a compromise on both ends.
So she's got to be adaptable, basically.
Yeah. Right. If someone is stubborn as anything, and bro, you get that from both angles. You get that from men, you get that from women, and this is basically one of the biggest reasons why marriage fails. Right. It's because people become too stubborn. They become, you know, they have too much pride, and they let egos get in between the relationship. But if you can put that all aside and allow yourself to be a little bit flexible, work with each other rather than against each other, I think that's a really, really important aspect in a marriage. So yeah, I think that for me would be one of the biggest priorities, but that's not easily identifiable, especially when you're just getting to know someone. You can't actually figure it out because, you know, on first, you know, when you see a trailer to a movie, you don't actually get the full picture. Do you know what I mean? So
just the highlights.
Yeah, you've only just it's not in the highlights, bro. It's more like the best scenes.
The trailer.
It's basically the trailer, just the best scenes. That's it, nothing else. You don't actually see the true picture. It could be a flop. It could be amazing.
But you know what? Sometimes that's down to, as you were saying, how in a marriage, you know, it's about marriage is about compromise. So sometimes, even when it's something that you're not expecting or you're not looking forward to, you have to make that compromise yourself and know that's what could lead you to be happier.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know,
100%, bro. It works two ways. It works both ways, man. But bro, the trouble is, what often happens is when one person starts compromising, the other person automatically starts dominating.
Yeah.
Right. And then it starts becoming like a norm in that relationship.
You still have to stand your ground a bit. You still have to stand your ground.
You have to be
So-
firm
Yeah.
at the same time.
So it's I think the problem is nowadays is just not enough respect. And I think respect is really, really important as well. So having respect for each other, for each other's families, for each other's values.
I don't think it's respect. I think it's just teamwork. I think people lack that teamwork mentality of like, this is marriage. We're going into it as a team, and they're just seeing it from a very selfish point of view. Like in a marriage, this is what I need. This is what I want. This is what you should have. This is what you should want. And it's not like, what should we want? What should we like? What should we strive for?
Right,
Sort of thing,
because
innit?
everyone's working from home as well, innit? That's why there's no more teamwork, man. I don't get it.
That's a good one.
That is such a sick one. You say teamwork because of.
I cut that out, bro. Bro, you're cutting that out.
I still didn't get it. Like as in, what teamwork is in Microsoft Teams?
No.
The keyboards are flipping funny, wasn't it?
It was like, you mans are dead, bro. You mans are dead. You mans are dead. Bro, I was trying to be like a Lord Sugar, innit? You know, like Lord Sugar, but some like dead jokes.
Dad jokes. Dad jokes.
Huh?
Dad jokes. That's it.
Proper.
Tell your dad, bro.
Listen, I'm just gonna shut up now. Bro, you best cut that out.
No, keep it down. I don't care, bro. All right, come. What's next?
But yeah, do you know another thing as well in terms of when we see it as well is people, whether it's a guy or a girl, being too fussy. But what I mean by that is they've got a list, like you said, of exactly what they want the other half to be, and they're not willing to make that compromise. But the things that they want is stuff that they shouldn't be focusing on. Like, for example, we were talking about being compassionate to one another, being teamwork, things like that. But some people's list is, I want this man to be 6 foot. He has to be over 6 foot. Like when they're being very specific in what they want, not general, like, this is how the type of person a person should be, but it's more so, this person, like your features, this person needs to have, I don't know, long hair. They can't be having a bowl, a bowl patch or anything, things like that. So what are your views on that when someone's looking to get married and these are their conditions that they're setting on?
I think they're in the right. Sorry,
No, go for it.
I think they're in the right to sort of expect that, because again, like you said, you're only marrying one person. They should have what they want, as in, like, you should go for what you want. You want to be attracted to that person, and if you're not going to find that person attractive, all the other things like the respect, all the other stuff, it's not really going to follow suit. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not attracted to that person, there's no point in you getting married to that person.
Yeah.
This is why we say attraction is a quite important key element in this when you're finding a partner. You know what I'm saying? So if it's something minor, like, he hasn't got a long enough beard or something like that, that's something you can sort out. You know what I mean? But if it's like something like height, and that's affecting you, and everything else is in check, I mean, that's fussy. I think that's fussy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But again, like I said, they're in the right for them to demand that if that's what they want, then yeah.
Yeah. I think people need to find the right balance, man, with that, because I totally agree with Answer. I think people should be able to be selective in that aspect. But I think people need to also, God, man, I hate saying this, but I think people need to be realistic as well, innit? Like as in, know what you're worth yourself.
Know what your own lane is first. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Find your lane. Do you know what I mean? And work within your lane.
Yeah.
Like as in, when people are like, do you know what I mean?
It's unrealistic.
Bro, there's a lot of people who have like unrealistic sort of like, dreams, and bro, the worst thing is, especially in the Desis, I think every mother loves their child too much, right? And they seem to think that my son is the most handsome person in the world, and therefore they expect like a princess or doll looking like amazing features and whatnot in a girl. But that's not always the case. Like as in, you got to take a third person's point of view as well. So
look at yourself in the mirror, man.
100%.
Again, just to add on to that point, I know everyone says that as well, but I'm just going to say it and see what your views are like in terms of looks. So what's your thoughts on someone saying, for example, I said, but eventually looks, obviously initial attraction is key. I think we can all agree that there has to be a level of attraction for you to want to marry someone. That's no doubt. And but what my point is, say for example, they've ticked off all the boxes in terms of the personality, the type of person they are, but someone's just being fixated on, but this person is a little bit overweight, or they're not too big, they're not big enough, for example. Like those sort of things, do you think that should be a reason why someone says no to them, or do you feel like people's mindset is that they need to sort of adjust and be realistic, like, with time that can change? It's not something that, and as you grow older, everyone's gonna get older, and the look side of it, that's not gonna hold an importance to your marriage. It's gonna be the other things that you were looking for, compatibility and stuff. Like looks only has an expiry date, your looks.
100%. Okay. I think,
but your marriage doesn't.
No, go on.
I think yours is more important, bro.
Bro.
I feel like more important, bro.
But I think it's so in my personal opinion, if it's like, for example, stuff like for example, someone's a little bit overweight, or I don't know. Yeah, you're right. Looks do eventually fade away and stuff like that. But I do think that if you're going by a book cover, I think it needs to be on point. And to be fair, in my personal opinion, if somebody can't lose weight before they get married, right? They haven't got that determination to look good whilst they're seeking a relationship. I'm sorry. There's no guarantee that they're going to lose weight in future. Like, do you know what I mean? You can't base it all on that. Like, do you know what I mean? So I think bro, the fact is, if you want to achieve something, you got to work hard for it yourself. Do you know what I mean? Like, if for example you want to aim for an A, you got sorry. It's the other way around. If you want to aim for a B, if you want to get a B, you got to aim for an A. Do you know what I mean? Like,
what's the saying? Shoot for the stars, aim for the moon.
That's it, bro.
Innit?
That's it.
Aim for the stars, shoot for the moon.
No, shoot for the stars, aim for the moon.
Yeah.
Dude, don't try it, bro. Huh? You try to correct me, bro.
Yeah, but I think in today's day and age, bro, you know what the saddest thing is? Yeah, I've come across people, right, who turn around and say, you know what? No, I want someone to like me for who I am, whether I'm this size, whether I'm like this, whether I'm this, that, whatnot type thing. If they don't like it, they can move on. I don't 100% agree with that. Like, as in, I think you know what? Yes, of course, in today's modern world, like as in, everything, every single thing is like accepted, and yes, 100%. But I think at the same time, if you haven't got a partner, I think you should be able to make that little bit of an effort within yourself, and actually hit the gym and try focusing on your own health. It's either now or never. Do you know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. What about you?
What I was gonna say, I think this is what I'm gonna say. Yeah, I think it's quite underlooked especially in the Desi community, right? And that is sexual compatibility, right? And the reason I say that, when a guy or a girl is looking for a partner, underneath what they say, I'm looking for someone that's like this or like that, in terms of what they're seeking for in attraction, I think underneath that they're actually looking for sexual compatibility as well, right? If they're saying like, I need someone that's good looking, or I need someone that's gonna be not overweight or something like that, they're looking at it in that perspective, like, am I gonna be sexually compatible with this person?
Oh yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously it's not really mentioned like that. You can't really mention that in the first instance.
You gotta be very diplomatic.
Exactly. So what did they say? I need him to look like this. I need him to look like that. Yeah. That's what they're thinking in the back of their head. Yeah. So it doesn't really get mentioned, or it doesn't get brought up in these kind of conversations. But it's definitely something that they actually think about. So
yeah. But then, bro, to be honest, you know what? Just thinking about that same point, bro. It works two ways, man. Someone can look on point on their wedding, and literally 2 months later, boom. That's it, bro. Like, as in, 2-3 months, 6 months later, that's it, bro.
After the dawats and whatnot,
it's
gone down the drain,
it's all
bro.
gone. It's all gone. Yeah. It's fine. I found, he's married to me now. I don't need to lose weight no more. I don't need to work hard for myself.
It's a wrong mentality, though.
Yeah.
I think as your married couple, you should always be trying to impress your other half.
Of course.
Always.
I think you should be doing that in your marriage as well, because that's how you keep the marriage alive and stuff like that.
Within your marriage,
when you get too comfortable, obviously everyone gets too comfortable in a marriage eventually or whatever, and it's fine too. But then sometimes you have to seek new challenges, and you have to challenge yourself and be put in a position where you feel like you need to prove yourself,
especially as men.
And you have to be on your toes.
Especially as men, if you treat it as if, oh, tomorrow my missus can leave me.
Yeah, bro. We'll be doing exactly.
It brings another little motivation. You start hitting the gym more. You're like, damn, bro, I need to start hitting the gym again, bro.
Yeah, 100%.
But who do you guys? So I'm gonna bring in another question out here, right?
Mm-hmm.
In today's world, who do you guys think is a little bit more picky than the other, male or females? Or do you think it's pretty much equal?
Picky in terms of what? As in you're looking for a potential spouse and
and not budging. Like,
from my point of view, in Western culture, I think it's women.
You think it's women?
I think it's women because there's more like men. The ratio of men chasing women, or the options that women have in terms of how many guys are after them or trying to get married to them is way higher.
Do you reckon?
Yeah.
Nah, bro.
100%.
I disagree, man.
What do you disagree about?
I think.
So you think there's more, as a guy, he has more options?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I think as a ratio in terms of men to females in
to
the world,
marriage, bro. Wait.
I'm talking Western culture.
Yeah, I'm talking about Western culture as well. I'm talking about Desi's living in the Western society.
it's a lot harder.
Right. What I'm saying is that in my personal opinion, I think it's the other way around. I think in terms of boyfriend girlfriend, yeah, there's plenty of men running after women, and women have got unlimited options. But when it comes to marriage, I think the man is pretty much the selector.
Come on, sorry. Sorry, go on.
I personally think it's the other way around, man. Like I think yeah, in terms of just seeking unlawful sort of relationship, fair enough, right? There's plenty of men running after women.
No, but even on like place like Muzmatch and place like that, yeah, I think there's still like more men available for one woman. Like at least a woman looking to get married will still have like 4 or 5 options. So I think of a man, it's a bit different.
Yeah, but not all of them are trying to get married.
One Muzmatch.
On any of these websites.
So what are you on Muzmatch for then?
But you and I, we both know. Oh, come on, bro.
Well, not everyone. Come on, most people are on there to get married.
100%. You're right. But the only thing, basically, what I'm trying to say is, when it comes to marriage, I reckon the ball's more in the man's court. It shouldn't be. I'm not saying it should be.
I think relationship, marriage. I think they're both the same. I think in Western culture, yeah, that's true. That's
it's
the
easier
case
for a man.
Easier for a woman.
Look, bro. I'm trying to be very, very careful with my words.
I think it's easier for a woman, but women are more picky. That makes it easier for a man.
I think
that makes it harder for a man.
I think it's very easy for a woman to get into a relationship with a man, right? Because there's more men chasing women. Yeah. But I think in terms of marriage, I think not all of them are marriage material according to men, and that's what makes it more trickier. And
I agree.
This is me being very careful with my words. I don't know, but that's my thought. I don't know.
I think in Western countries, I think it's the other way around. I think.
You reckon?
I think so. Yeah. I think back home, Pakistan, India, Bangladesh, I think is that there's more men, they have more options. But I think here, I think it's more women.
Because what's the ratio to man to women?
3-1.
Is it 3-1 in UK?
I don't know UK. I know the whole general population is
3-1.
4-1. Was it 4-1? 3-1, 4-1.
3-4, same thing.
Same to
same. Right, but yeah, so in that sense, it should be the other way around, right? So like, more women available to men.
4-1. I think it's 4-1. I think it's 4-1.
Something like that. All we know is that there's definitely more women out there.
And that's why, that's what a guy's saying, and that's the reason why, men allowed 4 wives, because there's 4 women to 1 man.
Bro, let's
that's
not go
mad.
there. Let's
That's
not go
crazy.
there. That's another trigger.
That's next episode.
Actually, you know what?
That's so mad.
We can actually expand on that.
Oh, later.
Later on. Last point. Last point if we get time. So yeah. Okay, you know what, bro? There's obviously there's the other side to rishtas and stuff, and that's the women's angle, right? So let's flip the question a little bit. Yeah.
So what are women looking for in a marriage?
What are women looking for in marriage? Any thoughts?
Protector.
You know what? None of us are women, of course, so no one can quote us on it. But
yeah, we can obviously try and figure out what women are looking for. I think one of the main ones probably.
It's interesting. Sorry, just to stop you there. It's interesting to see from a guy's angle what women would want. Maybe that's why it's good to see our side of it, even though we're not women ourselves. It's just interesting to see what guys think.
I think protector's got to be up there, innit? Being a protector.
Protector.
Yeah. In terms of like protecting the household, protecting against other people in attacks,
Well,
stuff like that.
I struggle with that, man. I struggle with that.
Oh.
I mean, you know what I'm saying, bro? I'm quite-
Go, okay, you need to hit the gym, my G.
No.
Bro, listen. No. You know what the thing is? The reason why I struggle with that is because I hear a lot of men talking like, so you know, men got to be a protector, and men got to be the lion, this, that, whatnot, and all this sort of stuff. But bro, you're not living in a jungle, man. So what are you actually protecting?
Against like outside external harm, whatever it is, you might come across something.
How often do women come across harm? Yes, of course, bro, there's harm everywhere, but I'm just saying why do men sort of quote that so much, like as in, you know?
Do you know what I think regarding that? I think it's the sense of security, the sense of protection. Not that it has to be used in, say, for example, you were saying we don't live in a jungle, but it's just the thought,
knowing
like
that your partner's there. If he needs to protect you, he's there to protect
and
you.
I think from a woman's point of view, I'm assuming this is how they would think. They would think, you know, for example, the way they were raised by their father, for example,
exactly, yeah.
that's the same. Like when you look for a husband, you want to have that same sense of security. So as you know, when we were all young, whether it's a guy or a girl, I'm saying your parents and your dad was a protector, and you felt safe.
Yeah.
And that same feeling, I feel like, is what
but
the
then
man should provide for her.
but bro, there's a big difference because as fathers they can lay down ground rules. As a husband, you can't always do that.
No, but we're talking in general, in like in outside.
But those ground rules are set for protection.
Right.
Give an
Does
example.
that make sense? So like for example, I'm just saying, growing up, yeah. So growing up, a parent might say to their daughter or their son that, look, you know what, I don't want you out later than 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
That's not for his safety. That's for the child's safety.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Okay, but what if you're out with the missus after 10 o'clock? Then what?
Yeah. That you've
Where's
given
the
that
safety in
sense of
that?
protection.
No, that's fine. But then but right now we just use the example of a parent being a protector, and that's what women.
So
kind
what
of
you're
want with
saying,
partners.
you have to lay down ground rules for her to feel protected.
No, what I'm saying is that this whole protector nonsense is nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
I don't think it's
I think
nonsense.
it is, man.
I think
it is.
Fair enough, bro.
it's not. I don't
It's
think
your
it's
opinion,
nonsense.
bro.
I think,
But yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's what everyone wants, to be honest.
I think, look, if you're...
You know what the thing is, I hear this coming out from more from men than I hear it from women. That, you know what, I actually want to protect her. No, bro, I've never actually heard a woman say
Nah, a
that.
woman wants to
I
protect
hear men
Trust
say,
me,
men
trust me.
quote that, but
Trust me.
I think that's what all a woman wants.
but the fact is, every man is naturally going to protect like
Not every man.
No.
Not every man. Not every man.
Have you seen some people out there?
Bro,
Not every man's going to be like that.
it's gonna instinctively protect.
Nah. It's not in every man. Trust
That's
me.
why women are looking forward, would want that.
Like, if
Because
you're,
it's not-
like, for example, let me give you an example, yeah? You're walking down the street with your missus, right? Maybe it's late night. Maybe not that late, 10, 11 o'clock, something like that. There's a group of, like, gang members or something, yeah? On the opposite side of the road. They're walking down now, yeah? How comfortable is your missus going to feel that if anything happens in that moment, that I feel protected with my husband standing there? And now if he's a wimp or if he's, like, not with it or whatever, she's not going to feel protected at all. She's going to feel, like, insecure or whatever. But if she's with a man that you know if anything happens, he's going to jump in and protect me. That's what women want.
Bro, you just said against the gang.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's this one man gonna do against 10 man?
It doesn't matter, bro.
Bro, that's not a protector.
don't matter.
That's you being stupid.
Bro, that's in a scenario
the
where that
situation.
happens. In a scenario where if that were to happen, wouldn't a missus want someone
Bro,
to at least
why are
protect
you
me?
even gonna cross the road from there? It's just
No
not
one's saying
necessary.
protected. What if they come over to you unprovoked?
Bro, that's-
What if they come over to you unprovoked? Then what?
Bro, if it's unprovoked, then
Did I say Did I say the guy's going over to flip and start a fight for no reason?
No. But my point is, bro, if it's unprovoked in that situation,
But not
that-
not every man is
that
going to do anything.
protector's still getting.
Yeah,
unprotected.
fair. More times than not, if it's like a gang of
Regardless.
6, 7 people,
Yeah.
then more time than not, the guy is probably going to get beat up, right?
Yeah, and bro, how many men are there who
But
can take on realistically more than 2-3 men?
But if a
Exactly,
guy
like only
is
3.
standing in front of his missus, trying to protect his missus, whilst he's getting beat, that's protected.
Bro, how many men
So
out
are you
there?
gonna let your missus get beat up? And you're like, no, it's one. Don't touch me. Don't touch
Bro,
me.
how many men out there actually go? You know what, bro? I want to attack his missus.
Bro, that happens, man. Women get jumped,
I
bro.
don't know, bro. What's your thoughts, bro? You just seem like very very silent. You're just like nodding and like, come on,
Do
bro.
you know what?
So, yeah, I think you should agree on me or with me on this one. Trust me.
No, bro. Listen, look. I get it. I get the fact that as a man, right, you are the stronger partner, right, physically, right, and you know it is your duty, right, to protect. But what I'm trying to say is, right, that basically that should come with every single husband out there, regardless.
No, but it doesn't. That's what I'm trying to say to
That's-
you.
yeah.
It doesn't happen like that. Not all men are wired like that.
That's why women
You might
look
be
for
wired
things
like that. We might be wired like that. But not everyone thinks like that. There's not all men are like that. They have.
And I think how Ansa was saying about being the protector, I'm not. Correct me if I'm wrong. It's not just to be there physically, protecting you physically. I think it's more of a case of, say, for example, you know, your missus drives and you know her tires gone bust, right? Knowing that, okay, I can call this person and I can rely on this person, that's the feeling. It's not just being a protector, it's more like reliability. That person's there when I need
Bro, you got
them.
a recovery service for that.
Yeah, but who would you rather call your missus? Like, your husband, if you're a missus. Some girls are just not with cars. Like situations where they're not feeling comfortable or they're not confident.
Listen. Look. My
You can't just rely on AA.
You basically, I think you guys are just coming up with really bad examples. Yeah. If I
Yeah,
had
I
to
think so.
really force an example,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, what if you're in the car?
Huh?
You're in the car with your missus.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the tires bust.
Yeah.
Right? Does she goes to you, oh, can you help me change the tires?
Why am I gonna help her? I'm just gonna do it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
As a man, that you do that, right? But then not everyone has the capability of doing that. That's what Hobbs is trying to say.
That's what I was trying to say.
But that's not a protector.
What is it?
That's
That's not a
a sense of
protector. That's a skill set.
What?
That's a skill set.
No,
I
man.
agree with you. I'm actually genuinely
I'm
speechless
Why?
because I think me and Ansa may have not explained our points.
Yeah, I'm trying
for
to
you
word
understand.
it better.
Yeah,
but
word
like,
it better. I think
I
just the wording.
get the word protector in the sense where basically having your missus back. Having
In
your
all
missus
sense.
back.
In all sense.
all sense.
Yeah.
I get that. Right. So for example, bro, you know this whole fairy tale stuff and Bollywood movies where, you know, I'm gonna take on the biggest gangsters in the world.
None
and
of
all
that.
crap.
That's
Like, bro,
rubbish.
that's a whole load of nonsense,
that
man.
is.
That's a whole load of nonsense. If you know, bro, every single man out there seems to think that they're the toughest guys out there. Right. So
No, but it's not being the toughest guy. It's
Yeah,
knowing that, if anything happens, am I in a
do your
scenario,
all.
I'll
Yeah,
do my
yeah.
best
You
to protect my
sacrifice
missus.
yourself for
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
missus.
but I
That's
think-
what protection is.
yeah, no. But I think in terms of protection, the word needs to be tweaked a little bit. I think it's more about knowing that your husband's got your back. So I'm just tweaking the word. I'm not going to call it protection.
Do you know-
I'm
do you know
going
what-
to call it tweak.
You know what comes to my mind?
Knowing.
Having her back,
Do
basically.
you know what comes to mind when I think about this? Yeah, there was a news article recently, not too long ago. Yeah, in a cinema, right? There was a shooting. There was a shooting in the cinema, right? And there was loads of people there, and I think there was a couple,
Yeah.
right? And the husband, he stood in front of his missus, and got the shot. He took the bullet for his missus and died for his missus. Right, that's the highest level of protection. And what I'm trying to say is, not everyone is gonna be that man that's gonna stand in front of his missus.
Yeah.
That's what women want. And obviously, as a man, it's unfortunate for him that he passed away, but that's the highest level of protection a woman that want.
Yeah.
In a man,
Yeah, no,
do you know what
I get that.
But that's
aspect.
what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Is not
But
everyone
what I'm just
has that
trying
in
to
them.
say is that basically those situations they don't always
happen, of course.
Very very rarely.
They don't always happen. But I'm trying to say, that's
That's
the
what they look
mindset
for.
they want.
Yeah. It's the mindset that they
Yeah.
want. It's not necessarily, they don't. I'm sure women don't pray for an opportunity like that to happen so
course
that
not.
their husband
Of course
can
not.
protect them. But I feel like it's just knowing that in the back of your mind, that sense of security. I think it's security more so protection, isn't it? It's that feeling of, you know what, regardless, even if my husband's not the biggest or strongest person, he will try his best, if that makes sense. Whether it's good enough or not, that's another conversation.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But I get it, because you know, like Top G and them,
they hype up too much to the sense of alpha males. And all of that
I
stuff.
think he was arguing the other side. He was like, if I'm out on the streets and late at night, why am I going to put myself in a position in the first place where I might potentially get jumped? Why are we going late at night? I get that side as well. I get that side as well.
Exactly.
I get that side.
So, bro, this is exactly what I was trying to say. You know, why are you gonna cross over into danger?
Yeah, I get that.
You know, as a man, you should be able to determine actually. You know what? Is it safe? Is it safe for us to be able to do that at this time, or what's a safe alternative?
Yeah.
But that's what being a protector is. It's not necessarily you going all guns blazing.
Yeah.
It's you being tactical and you being smart in the way on how
Yeah.
to make sure the security and the safety of your missus is always.
So trying to be witty as well, innit? Trying to avoid situations and.
Yeah.
But I know what you mean.
I think basically, bro. Don't get me wrong. I think it's just my perspective of the word protector is basically maybe a little bit different. Or, you know, maybe I'm just taking the word too literally. I think so. Maybe.
But do you not agree with that though? Like as a physical aspect, a guy's still got to be a protector.
Oh yeah.
So
If needs be, but basically what I'm trying to say is that bro, we're gonna keep going round and round in circles, man. Because the thing is, yes, physically they've got to be on point, but no one's gonna be bloody Bruce Lee or Iron Man. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, as in. This is what I'm trying to say. As much as everyone wants to be, like, do you know what I mean? Like, as in,
everyone should still strive to be like that.
Yeah, 100%. You should strive to be like that. But the fact is, the word protector, I don't think women necessarily mean it physically.
I think they do.
No, I think they mean it that basically, you know what? I want my husband to have my back in good or bad, in good or worse situations. That's what I think the word protector means for them. I think men understand that word differently.
You're right, because let me give you an example. Something that actually I don't like. You know, you know when you say you're going shopping or something and you see a couple, but the man has noticed like other guys or just walking past few guys and he's with his missus. Then instantly he puts on like a bravado, like he's the big boss, like, you know, with the little bowl he walks with, like, I don't know if you know where I'm coming from, but it's like, it's like being a protector is right when you said it shouldn't be physical, because I feel like you should just be normal. There's some people that would.
No, but certain situations you have to be like that. Right?
Bro, I've seen situations, where next man's like proper trying to be hard in front of his missus.
That's it. It's when you're trying to be hard.
And bro, the worst thing is, man's got boxed up hard because of his attitude, right? By like 5 other mans. I've seen that situation, right? Like, as in, so what I'm saying is, no need to bring on heat on yourself, innit?
Yeah.
Like, as in, that's what I'm trying to say. You know, stop. People need to come out of that mentality, innit? Like, as in.
But when there's a call for action and you got to act, you still got to act, isn't it? Because if you don't act in a moment, your missus is going to lose respect for you, bro.
No, 100%, bro. We've already established that. We've already established that yes, men should, it should be instinctively a reaction.
But sometimes it's not act, bro. It's not act sometimes. Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
As a man, you have to. Because if there's a group of guys walking past you and they're checking out your missus, well, you can stay quiet. If you're in the shops walking with your missus and there's a group of guys checking out your missus,
checking her out.
Yeah.
They're checking out.
They're checking out your missus.
So what, can you control what other people look at?
They're checking out your missus.
Yeah.
So what, you can stay quiet? You're not going to
No. But would you confront them?
Are you the sort of person who's going to confront them?
I would. Actually would.
You would confront?
Actually would, yeah.
And
if there's a group of guys, like making eye contact and checking out or whatever, making cat calls or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, you can stay quiet.
Cat calls is, but if someone's just looking,
checking out. So I'm quoting the word checking out.
If it's a group of people, I can physically see from afar. They're checking out my missus. I'm not gonna stay quiet, bro.
Yeah, but why?
I wouldn't go confront them. I'm gonna be honest with you.
So what would you do?
It depends if it's a situation. Say, for example, if it's a situation where I can avoid or try and get myself out from that situation and my missus, I'm going to get myself
No, but at this point, it's a non-confrontational situation.
Yes, I wouldn't confront them. I'll carry on
confrontation.
So, bro, let's just expand on the situation, yeah? So, how many mans are there?
Let's
say 5.
5 months. 5 months, yeah? And they iron up... Are they just ironing up your missus?
You can physically
or are
see
they actually
you're
saying
walking
stuff,
down.
Or are they whistling?
You're walking down. Let's just say minimum for now. They're just
Yeah.
checking out. They're just seeing. They're
just looking.
They're just looking. Yeah. But you can physically, you can see.
Yeah.
It's bait. That they're checking out your missus.
Okay.
So you just be quiet then.
Bro, you can't control everyone's eyes.
You can't control, but would you not do anything about it?
What would you do? Because I wouldn't do anything.
What are you supposed to do? What go up to them, bro?
I would.
Bro, lower your gaze, bro.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at my wife?
Even
Why are you looking at my wife?
Even that, I would say that. something. I would still do something.
I say your wife. I would say.
I don't know, man.
I would still do something.
I think that's more cringe on your missus.
It's not cringe. I
That
don't think
is,
it's cringe.
that is, bro. But they may not even be looking.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's bait that they're looking at.
But they haven't said anything.
They haven't said anything.
Like right now,
Like if they
it's
say
innocent
anything,
till proven guilty.
that's when the action starts.
Yeah.
Has to kick in, right? But at that point, I would still say something. At least say something.
I wouldn't,
I don't think it's necessary.
It may not be necessary, but I would.
because I feel like there's a higher risk of you creating problems rather than diffusing problems. Sometimes, at the end of the day, like
Bro, it's a losing battle, bro.
and I
It's
don't
a
wanna-
losing battle. Pointlessly. You're bringing on heat.
and to be
It's
honest,
fine then. It's fine.
and this is real world. Like, let's be honest, right? You're going past Green Street and you're with your missus.
Yeah.
What are the chances of even at least one man checking your missus out? It's 100%. It's not even like 90%.
Yeah, that's
There's
kind
always
of.
gonna-
If there's a
there's
group
always
of
gonna
people,
be-
if
literally
there's
in
a
front
group
of
of
you,
people, that's even worse. I'm gonna try and get me and my missus. We're gonna try get out of that situation even quicker.
I
Like,
don't know. I would interject and I'd do something.
No, I wouldn't try getting out of that situation quicker.
I would. For the-
But I wouldn't react unless if they literally start saying something.
Yeah. Mm.
Or if they like whistle, or if they like, for example, make a comment or something like that, then yeah, 100%. I'd have to sort of interject, like, do you know what I mean? But otherwise, if for example they just they looked away, they looked again, this that undercover looking, bro. Men are men, man. Men always look. What, bro? If that's the attitude you got, bro, you're gonna be fighting with every single man out there.
You're gonna be.
Nah, I don't think so.
Even when you're
I don't
going on
think so.
holiday.
I don't think so. I think the guys checking out your missus in the first place disrespecting you. That you're walking with a missus,
Bro,
and there's a group of people.
What loyalty do
It don't matter.
do they have to you?
It don't matter.
They don't give a
It
crap.
don't matter. If you're,
They'll
I'm
continue.
not-
They will continue looking, no matter what you say. They're not gonna be like, sorry, brother,
Exactly.
look down. They're gonna.
Sorry,
be,
brother. I accept.
Do you know what
I
they'll
accept,
do?
bro.
No,
sorry,
no,
sorry. I
You-
should not look at your wife.
You speak to them, they'll say, "Who's your wife again?" Oh, this one. They're gonna keep looking to make.
Nah,
you know,
it depends. It depends. Yeah, I think it depends.
Do you know
I
what?
think if you're a luta to walking out with your missus, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, I wouldn't do anything. Me
But
personally, I just
if they
think-
see this guy he's like, he's not, you don't want to kind of mess with him. I'm not saying I am,
Yeah.
right? But I'm saying if them people have some sort of respect for you, they wouldn't check out your missus.
that's the thing, because you don't know who they are across the world, so no one has no level of respect for anyone in that sense. Because
If you're a
everyone-
luta too, yeah,
But how
walking
can
out with your missus, they don't give a crap.
But how can
They'll still look at
someone?
missus.
How can someone tell someone's a lalu tattoo without?
can
If
tell.
you're just seeing them, if you're walking like,
You can't.
I think
you
you can
can't.
tell. I think you can tell.
I just think it's more of an insecurity on yourself as a man if you have to
I
go
don't think there's
confront
anything
someone.
to it. I think it's something called Giro, bruv. You protect your missus, innit?
But you have to be. We're living in a Western
There's no
world.
harm done.
Yeah.
There's no harm done to your missus in order for you to protect.
For me, there's harm done. That's harming me. If there's a group of 5-6 people checking out a missus in front of me, that's harming me. So that's why I would interject.
So let's say for example you're sitting in a restaurant and there's like a couple of mans. They looked at your missus, you notice them, this, that, and then they look away. But then you notice like 5 minutes later, they're still, every 2-3 minutes. They keep,
If
like,
I can see it's intentional, then
Yeah.
I would interject. I would say something.
yeah. Look, I mean, in a restaurant setting, that's a little bit different because if for example you can tell your missus is becoming or starting to feel uncomfortable, there's no getting away from that, right? But for example, if you're outside, this, that, I don't know. But yeah, no, it's interesting. It's interesting.
It's a good point because
Yeah, it's a good point.
again, it's something that you're so right, because some people will react and do what they feel is right, and other people won't, and maybe it is wrong and maybe it's right. But I just feel like it depends on who you are as a person, whether that you let that not bother you, but if it affects you, or you feel like it's something where you need to cause a drama out of or fuss. Because at the end of the day, even you confronting them, as no matter how right you may be, you're just adding more drama to it. Like you're putting fuel into the fire.
That's fine, but I might be.
Yeah.
But at least I know my missus is still gonna respect me after that situation.
She gonna
If I
respect
did-
you though.
Yeah, I think
Or
she
do you
would.
reckon?
Mummies will be like,
Or do you reckon she's just gonna be mindful that you know what, my husband's a madman. You know what, I ain't gonna.
No, I think more times than not, the woman will respect you.
I think it's difficult because if a man is doing that every single time he's going out,
I'm not
he's going out every time and
I'm
it's
not
going to
saying,
cause an argument.
bro. I'm not saying every time, is it?
Bro, especially if the missus is like very pretty.
Then
Then what?
it's like,
I'm not saying every time. But I'm saying in that scenario, if that were to happen.
no, but say if that same scenario happens every day, you're going to
then
do
it
the
is
same
what it
thing.
is. If I get a black eye, I don't care, bro. I'll get beat up for it. It's fine.
At
Least I can still hold my dignity up, and at least I tried, did what I could.
Yeah, fair point. You know,
I would,
your
as a
opinion.
man, I would feel so low that if in that scenario I didn't do nothing about it, I'll feel very low.
I'll be completely opposite. My thought would be behind it would be, you know, fair enough. Like they're looking, what if, like men, like some people are just not built like normal. They're men. They're looking. I want to live my life, but I still know that my missus is mine. I wouldn't let it affect me. Like as in, if someone looks, like obviously I'll be disgusted, and I'll probably look at them back, but I wouldn't confront them.
So I just want to clarify my stance on this, right? I think I'm not quite there, but I'm not quite.
No,
there
you stay in the middle, bro. You're not on this side, bro.
I mean, it depends on the factor. Like eye contact, I don't think it's like obviously it's bad. No one should do it.
I think you know what. I'd like. As in, I'm just curious. Is it something? Bro, sorry, man. I'm just thinking.
No, as a man, you still got to assess the situation, right?
Yeah.
But you still got to think about, okay, if I do something now, is it going to harm me and my missus?
Yeah.
Is it going to cause problems on me or my missus?
Bro, first of all, right? is it something? Is it the unfortunate question is it something your missus is bringing on herself?
No, we're not going there. We're not going there.
Okay, cool.
We're not going there.
That's the fair point, but that's to you.
Yeah, we're not going there.
I get that.
You get
sometimes it's exactly.
Like,
it depends on the way they dress.
There's people out
there.
I
know what you mean.
Bring heat on themselves.
I know.
Now, if that's the case, would you? No, so sorry. Actually, you said you're not going there, right?
Yeah, we're not going there. Okay. Because we know.
Yeah.
We know. But yeah, man.
Yeah. I just think because men are so in general, like you know, wherever you go in prime spots, let's just say for example like Ilford Lane, Green Street, our local high streets and stuff. Like there's always creepy men out there.
No,
so
I get you.
What do we do?
You can't control everyone.
I have a question. Say for example, because obviously in the world we live in, on those main roads, you're always gonna find it. Whether it's for you or for other people, you're always gonna find men that are creepy, right? So my question is now, what do you do to prevent yourself from happening in that situation? Say you don't want to confront people on a daily basis whenever you're traveling there or to that area. Would you say just don't go there no more? What would you do? I'm just giving you a point for you guys to say. Like, what would your point? What would you do?
Well, if you know that there's a higher chance of something happening there.
If there's that's what I'm saying.
What's gonna happen?
Yeah,
what's gonna happen?
Like say for example that same scenario you said, there's gonna be a group of people there, and
like from afar, if I can see there's a group of guys there, and I'm gonna walk past my missus, I know they're gonna give my missus eyes. I probably wouldn't go down that street.
Yeah.
But in scenarios like that, where like you can't control it, I feel like as a man, I do have to interject and do something about it. Do you get me? If I'm walking down the road and I can see that on that road, there's a group of guys there, and I'm gonna put my missus in some sort of situation, I wouldn't go down that road anyway.
Bro, to be fair, you know what? I mean, to be fair, bro, I think the best way to put it is every man is different, innit? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right. And to be fair, what's right for you may not be right for someone else, and same vice versa. But you know, like, as in everyone's entitled to their own reactions.
But we're talking about what a woman would want, and I think in this scenario, I think women would want someone that in that scenario would say something or do something. Maybe not do something to that extent, but just like have some sort of protective mindset. We're like, okay, if anything happens, my man's there.
No woman is gonna want their husband to get boxed up.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just have that protective mindset of, okay, if anything like that was happening. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, if it's like one other man doing that,
then that's different.
That's a different story. But if it's like five mans, and you
but this is the point I was making. Not everyone has that mindset. That's what I'm trying to say. Women would want that in the partner.
Yeah, no.
I don't agree. No, I don't disagree. You know, I think it's a woman always wants someone, but I feel like depends on the situation. Some women would probably be like, do you know what? Like, it's happened. Just ignore it, move on, live your life. That sort of thing. Like, brush it under. Let it not affect anything.
Bro,
sort of thing.
the thing is, how often does a woman go out by herself without her man?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean? She's going to work. She's going shopping with the girls or something like that. Like, as in, bro, man's not always gonna be there. The woman, bro, as a woman living in this Western society, bro, they used to things like that. So if anything, bro, I don't think they necessarily need to expect for someone to like all of a sudden become like a bodyguard. But yeah, I think, bro, I'm just mindful of the time.
I just want to say one last part of that.
Unless if you guys still want to say anything.
This is nice.
I just want to say one more. So would your missus... Say, for example, you're in a situation. Let's just use this example for now. You're in that situation, right? And let's say the man decides not to confront, right? Just walks, like, obviously he's making sure and he's aware of the situation and just trying to get out of the situation. That's it. Do you think, both of you guys, do you think the missus would be like upset or would feel like a bit like this person should have said something, didn't do anything? Do you know that feeling of I'm disappointed?
Bro, can I
What
be
would you
honest?
feel like?
I think women are half the time oblivious to all this. I don't even think women realize when they're getting checked out on.
Do you think so?
I genuinely think so. Unless, for example, they're looking themselves. Most women, when they're focused on their own thing or when they're with their partner, they're not actually looking to see if there's someone else checking them out.
No, but in Hobbs' scenario, she's clocked that something's happened.
She's clocked that you didn't do anything, right? You just decided to just, like get on with the situation in the sense, so you just ignored it, pushed it to one side.
But what's actually happened in this scenario?
The same scenario.
Just
looked, yeah.
Just
looked.
look.
A group of them,
not,
but like
not anything has been
not
said.
spared, not said. Not that's different. I think everyone's reaction will be different when someone
Yeah.
says something.
Yeah.
But just by looking, because I just feel like you go up to group of guys and say, why are you looking at my missus? I feel like they're not that they're allowed to, and obviously you shouldn't. But it's like you can't really fight someone based on that. That shouldn't cause a fight. Like
No. But well, in my opinion,
I don't think so.
Right? But
I think it's a look. If it's a look, fine. You can. But if someone's bogging at your missus,
bogging.
and just like, yo, that's my size right there.
Yeah,
But
but then
But they're talking amongst the boys.
But you don't know.
But then, bro, when you turn around and you look at them, are they still looking?
Yeah.
Or are they still looking?
Yeah. That's the whole point I was saying, bro.
Nah, bro. But most mans would look away.
like look down. And
No, but
most-
that's what I'm saying. They're bogging at your missus. Or
But
a group of them.
regardless of you turning around and giving them the look.
That's the whole time. That's the whole thing I was saying, bro.
No. Then I.
What do you mean? No, this guy changed
No,
his tune, bro.
No,
That's
changing.
different. That's different, bro. Bro,
You're
bro,
going
that's
back on
different.
your word,
no,
bro.
No, I didn't go back on my words, bro.
You just said looking. You said, oh, they can look all they want.
I said someone's looking up, looking down, and you basically notice someone
Looking up, looking down, looking back up, looking back down.
Yeah, that's different.
What's
right?
it different?
Because the thing is, when you turn around, they're looking down again, right? Or they realize, you know what, her husband's
clocked.
looking, right? So you know what, I don't.
Okay, now that they're bugging. I know you know they're bugging. What would you do then?
Yeah, then you just say to me, is everything okay, boys?
You'd say this exactly. You'd say something,
Yeah,
right? You don't just
say
let
something.
you don't let it
Is everything
slide.
okay? Like, as in,
You wouldn't just let it slide, would you?
Like, as in, do you know what I mean? Like, it's just whatever's the right wording at the time.
Exactly, yeah.
It just come out, like, as in, yeah. But I wouldn't. And I mean, yeah, I hear what you're saying. Like for example, if somebody is actively bugging despite you even turning around giving them a dirty look, and they're still like, yeah, that is disrespectful. But I don't really come across many mans do that, man.
In that
I
scenario,
don't think
if
I've
you
ever
if you
come across
in that
something
scenario,
like
if you
that.
don't say anything or don't do anything, your missus is gonna lose a lot of respect for you. And I know, like most or not most, a lot of people would be like, oh, I don't want any drama, I don't want this and that. But bro, like you just know your missus is gonna lose respect for you if you don't say anything in that moment.
I think for me, again, nor can I agree or disagree because, again, it just depends on the situation. It depends on how that person looks. If that person looks like they're then I'll follow you. But if it was like, let's say if it was a 7 foot donkey, yeah, just like, like you have to assess the risk element of it. Like, do you get it?
Yeah.
Like it's all, and I think every man, regardless, will assess the risk element of it subconsciously, regardless of what they do. They're not going to put themselves in a situation where you know that sometimes not saying anything is better than saying something.
I think
because the outcome is still the same.
Yeah, I think every man just needs to know their boundaries as
Yeah.
well, don't it? Their limitations, and a wise man should know that.
Fair enough.
Because it's
Anyway.
more humiliating when you get beaten up trying to protect your missus than actually
But I'll
just
be honest,
walk.
I'd
I rather at that moment
I'd rather
say
get
no.
beat up, bro. I'd rather get beat up. I'd
I
rather
wouldn't.
get beat up. Honestly.
But then essentially, if you rather get beat up, you're not there to protect your missus, are you, bro?
No, but I am still protecting my missus.
Nah, but it's the thought of protecting.
It's
I
a
know
thought,
you, yeah.
I guess.
So in my head, I'm gonna tell her, I'm protecting you. I'm protecting you. I'm gonna walk past. I'll just remember I'm protecting. It's the thought.
Telepathic, just know I'm protecting you.
In my dreams, I'm beating the hell out of them.
right, okay. Apart from protecting us, what else is there? What else
Because you know what protecting us is the whole
We stuck on
episode.
one, bro.
We spent like a good half hour on that,
On
bro.
one protective. It shows how important it is and how much it's not nonsense.
Yeah. But I mean, yeah. Right, lads. Let's think about other aspects that women would possibly find important in men.
What about wealth?
100%. Very, very important to
Very
women.
important.
You see why?
I know most women are gonna deny that.
Yeah. But do you understand why?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Protection. It's their protection, bro. You know, there's nothing money can't buy, bro.
It's true.
In my opinion, I know lots of people. Sorry, we're going off now, right? But yeah, I think wealth is very, very important. Establishment, right? And then, for example, also, do they live with their parents? Sorry, bro. I think that's a very important question nowadays. Like, lots of women do ask this question and do need to know.
And I know a lot of people who struggle to get married because of this condition as well.
Yeah,
It's
bro,
harsh, man.
100%. Not hard, bro. There's very, very, very less girls who want to actually go into
Live with in-laws.
100%. 100. You're so right on that.
Yeah.
That's like recently how it's switched.
Yeah.
20 years ago, it was complete difference.
Bro, you can also see a pattern as well. The people who do live with their in-laws, they're not always happy.
And you gotta.
They may not openly admit it because they can't, right? But they are secretly wishing that they weren't living with their in-laws.
Yeah.
It's the unfortunate reality of things, isn't it? Right. But
I still don't think it should be a condition though. I think
Do
it's
you
a
know
bit
what I think it
sad
should
if
be?
there's a condition.
What for a woman
to expect the husband
to
not to live
have
with
their own place.
Yeah.
What to expect it that they should have their own place.
I think as a woman expecting the husband to be not living with the parents and have a house to himself, so then obviously the husband and wife can live. I think having that as a condition is quite deep, man.
Do you know? I think
Initially, I think eventually you should get there. That's what you should aim for. But initially, it's a bit hard. That's a bit peak on the guy, man.
Yeah, but bro, but the thing is, that's the thing. A lot of people out there, they will turn around and say, yeah, you know what, in future we'll probably buy our own place. If that doesn't happen, then what?
Yeah, it's true.
Then
It's
you're
true.
stuck in that, innit?
Yeah,
Now,
it's true.
now you know what, I married you because you said that. Yeah, in
Yeah.
future you plan to. But yeah, so yeah, you're right. I hear you. It's the unfortunate sort of, circumstances and situations where these conditions aren't always met. But and putting a condition on your marriage. But then to be fair, bro, look, it's their right as well, though, isn't it?
It is their right.
It's
It's
their
their
right.
right. It's their
Like as in, bruv, if they can get someone who's got their own independence, living separately to the parents, why wouldn't they go for that option rather than go into that atmosphere where basically, you know what, I'm gonna have to share a kitchen, I'm gonna have to share a bathroom, I'm gonna have to pull my weight, I might have to wake up at 9 o'clock in the morning just to look proactive as a desi wife. Do you know what I
my
mean?
point
I'm
is,
saying, like,
my point is, if you go through the whole Risha process and say like the boy he's a good guy, he's on his deen, he's earning good money, everything's checked, but apart from he has to live at home with his parents. I think for me for that to be a condition, I think that's a bit peak, man. I think that's a bit sad.
Do you know what?
Because everything else is on point. Everything else checked off. It's just that the husband of the guy has to live at home, maybe to look after the parents. Maybe he's the only child or something.
I think it should be, if someone feels like that,
Then you
it's
just
definite. No,
marry someone else.
I think,
Marry someone
but
else.
I think you should put that as a condition. Because if you don't put that as a condition, and say, for example, you've already got married, you're moved in, your missus isn't happy, then it would have made things a lot easier. Because truth is, if someone writes that on their CV and say you are an only child and you have to stay at home with your parents and look after them, if that was me, I would say, okay, maybe we're not compatible, because that's one of those things where
Yeah,
you
of course.
have.
But my point was, after you've met and after everything's gone through and you realize this guy's a good guy,
Yeah.
he's a good boy, he's got everything on point, that's the only condition that's not on point. That's a bit sad if the girl says no to him. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's sad, but I think it's good that
It's
she's
in her right to say no, of course.
Yeah.
It's in her right to say no. If that's not, that doesn't mean you're compatible then.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
I think you're right. It is sad because obviously, yes, as a man, like as in,
It's out of your
like
control
as in,
sort of thing.
it's out of your control, and you probably don't have many options, or
Because the
whatnot.
reason I'm saying, because I know we know a lot of people that are in that sort of scenario, and
And
it's a
it's
bit
sad,
peak on them
yeah.
because you can't help but feel sad on them, man.
But then at the same time, should the woman actually compromise in that situation as well? That's a separate question. As in, there's one thing. Yes, we've established it's sad on the guy, but then should the woman think to herself, you know what, maybe I might be able to adjust. Maybe it's something that I can accept. But then after they get married, 1 year later, she might think, you know what, I shouldn't have done this. I shouldn't have done this. Is it possibly going to turn into a regret thing? So yeah, I think I hear you though. I hear you.
I think when it comes to that, because realistically, when someone has to live with their in-laws, it tends to be a long-term thing. It's never a short-term thing. No matter how long you want it to be, it tends to be quite a long-term thing. So before the woman gets married, if she's willing to go through that decision, she just needs to you just need to have that clarification that, okay, there is no set time when we're moving out. It's when it could be in a year's time, or it could never be. And you kind of have to know that before you're going in. Because the worst feeling would be when you've agreed, yeah, don't worry, 6 months in, we're moving out. Come 6 months in, let's just say you still can't move out, maybe financially, your parents have, fallen even more unwell. So many different factors. How's your missus going to feel? Is she now going to be like, what mistake I made? So it's better to prepare for the worst in situations like these and just hope that. And to be honest, at the end of the day, one thing I've realized as well, 20 years ago, like our mothers, our grandmothers, great grandmothers, they were built differently because it was based on their environment. Like it worked for them. Whereas nowadays, that not nurturing personality, but that mothering personality, it's not as there as often because, again, women are working now, their responsibilities are similar, if not equal to their other half now. So they kind of lose that sort of feeling. So
I think, bro, it's also to do with culture, man. Back then it was what the parents taught the kids as well. Like, as in, daughters, they were taught differently. Nowadays, things have changed. Daughters aren't taught the same thing, and I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with that. Like, that's absolutely fine. But it's just that over time, people have realized that actually, this was more culture, rather, and culture has unfortunately low importance in today's world. Yeah,
100. I think for me, the last advice I would say for when you girls looking to get married is that you're in your own right to be picky if you want to be picky, right? At the end of the day, it's you that's marrying a person, not anyone else. So you have a right to be picky. But what I'm trying to say is, don't let it be a point where it's gonna decrease or narrow down your choices, and you're gonna be like, oh, this is what I'm stuck with now, sort of thing.
100%.
If you're gonna be picky, you're literally gonna narrow your choices down to a small group of people, and then what? They might not be perfect themselves.
It's true, man. It's true. And to be fair, you know what? That was another point that I wanted to make as well. There's a lot of people, because they're so picky, they delay the process so much, hoping to find that
Mr. Perfect,
that Mr. Perfect and the shining armor and all that sort of stuff, right? But unfortunately, that Mr. Perfect, that
you saw happen Mr. Perfect last week, didn't it?
Yeah.
You need to be Ronaldo.
But unfortunately, you could spend a whole lifetime searching for that Mr. Perfect, and Mr. Perfect may not come because there's too many checklists. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think, but the saddest thing is, by the time they realize, there's not that many options anymore. Do you know what I mean? And it works both ways, bro. There's lots of men who are also very, very picky. Like, as in they trying to find like this perfect girl, this, that, whatnot type thing, and at the same time they don't actually realize, you know what, my hairline is receding, I'm putting on weight, I'm not looking like a young lad no more. I'm starting to look more like a mature man and all that sort of stuff. And unfortunately, those girls that were available as an option 5 years ago, they're no longer there. And your age bracket is already going to that sort of expiry range.
Expiry date.
It's fact. It's life.
Bro, it's an unfortunate truth. It's an unfortunate truth. And then your cohort of available applications are less. Do you know what I mean? So I think it's just something for people to consider, because the age range is starting to it has changed over the last 20 years, 10 years, 5 years even. It seems to be getting higher and higher and higher. And one problem is, the longer you leave it, the more independent you become, the more picky you're going to become as well.
Yeah.
Do you guys see what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
So basically, as a man as well, right? If I'm staying single and I'm used to like working for myself, spending on myself, doing everything independently, I got no one to answer to. I've got no record of, responsibility or accountability to anyone. I don't need to explain anything to anyone. I'm gonna expect, as time goes on, that's gonna become more embedded in my system. Now I need someone else who's gonna be able to adjust to someone like me. And that's it's only going to get harder and harder to find someone who's going to be willing to adjust with someone as stubborn as yourself.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Definitely.
At the same time, but don't be too relaxed though. You still like, bro, like, getting married, your life partner is the most important decision in your life. That is facts, bro. That whoever you choose to get married to is the most important decision in your life, because that person can make you or break you, man.
100%.
Yeah.
And I think my final advice on this conversation would be, for both guys and girls, just look at yourself. For example, let's just look at yourself now. Compare yourself to last year. Think about the things you've done and achieved, or the things that you've been able to overcome in that time. Now, when you're too picky, because that was the main thing that we're talking about just recently, is being too picky.
Yeah.
You just got to think first about yourself and what you've been able to achieve in that last year, for example. Same as it goes to when you're looking for a husband or for a wife. When you have these picky options, who knows, maybe in a year's time that person will have overcome that and it would have ticked that box. So always give them, not always, but allow room for benefit of doubt, and allow room for growth and improvement, because the person you were 10 years ago is not the same person you are today. Just like the same person you're marrying whenever you are is not going to be the same person in 10 years time. So maybe now, yes, they may not tick all the boxes, but if you get that vibe and that gut instinct, and you can see that they're working towards a goal, and you can see them actively, like they're working on it, etc., that sometimes is good enough, and that can be your route to finding the person as perfect as you. Perfect. But do you get my point? Like, my point is, like, whenever especially nowadays, you're seeing more and more younger generation, they're getting married fairly young as well, like the mid-20s, early 20s. At that time, you're not going to be where exactly you want to be at. You're not going to be at the peak of your life. So for you to be, so some people, they may have too many options or too many criteria to tick, but you got to put yourself in that current situation in life where you're in your teens, early 20s, late 20s, wherever. You're not performing at that peak.
You haven't peaked yet.
You haven't peaked.
Yeah.
And it's just a case of, if you can see someone growing, take that chance on them. And that's what advice I would give. I don't know if that made sense.
No, it makes sense.
It does make sense. It does make sense. I think that's
because
a very good point. People can grow together, basically.
Exactly. Because when you're getting married, you're just constantly looking at, this person has to have this. It's like the final, like the boss chapter.
Where's the challenge?
Exactly.
I
grow.
think it's more beautiful that way as well.
Exactly.
It's more organic, seeing that you both grow together rather than getting the finished product.
Exactly.
And not only that, like, as in setting targets and working together.
And goals.
Having similar ambitions and goals and do you know what I mean? Like, as in, I think 100%. Especially if you've achieved something together, if you built your house together. I think you put a lot more value into it, for example. But whereas, say for example, if it's just been given,
it's not. You don't appreciate it.
You don't appreciate it as much.
100%. Last one I'm going to say quickly, I think for guys and girls, but I thought let me just mention this before we sort of start wrapping up. I think it's religion as well, man. I think we didn't mention it, but I do feel like it's very important, because sometimes a lot of these problems and stuff happen because your deen, I'm gonna say deen, is not on point a lot of times. So I think don't overlook it, man, because a lot of people do overlook it, and then they find themselves in problems and issues and stuff like that. So
it's true.
100%.
Right, guys, amazing episode again. As always, bro, we're on a roll, man. I don't
know, bro.
Do you know what? Yeah, we are, and I'm hoping the viewers like it.
Yeah, I'm really hoping viewers like it.
This is one thing as well. Obviously, when we're having these podcasts, we're discussing our opinions, but we're not able to interact with you fully, so we're trying to find a way where we can interact better.
Best believe, people watching at home, best believe this, we haven't argued like this ever.
We
ever.
haven't.
Do you know what I mean?
It's fun though. It's not like it's actually fun.
It is.
We've argued with others.
Like, but never between us, innit?
Never between us.
This is the first time we're not thinking the same. Usually the same.
And the worst thing is, we've all pretty much got
different
differences in opinion.
But now, man,
it's good. I feel like let it continue like this. I think it's good.
Get the juices going, mate. Get the juices going.
I'm just gonna walk past while there's a group of 5 guys staring.
We need to work on that, bro. We're gonna go gym together, okay?
Like, obviously,
we're gonna go gym together. It's okay.
For the vending machine.
Right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up right there, man. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hope you have an amazing day. Please like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next one. Take care.
Peace. See ya.